Today I'm showing you how to make an easy brownie recipe with the most delicious, epic, fudgy chocolate frosting. The frosting is the real star of this brownie recipe. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Hey everyone, it's Dorothy with crazyforcrust.com and welcome back to my kitchen. We are talking fudgy frosted brownies today, double fudge brownies that is, because I am taking one of my favorite brownie recipes and topping them with the most epic frosting. It's rich and decadent and super chocolatey. Oh, it's so good. For more delicious desserts and easy recipes, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Now let's get in the kitchen. And you can use this frosting recipe on really anything. You can use any brownies. I am showing you today how to make it using my homemade brownie mix, which I will link down below, and the video that I have for that. But again, you can use any one. I have lots of brownie recipes that I will link down below for you to choose from. But the frosting is this epic star. I'm using my brownie mix. I'm using the entire mix that mixes with 4 eggs, a cup of oil or melted butter, a teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 tablespoons of water. Just mix that together. It'll be a nice thick batter. Again, you can use any of my brownie recipes. Then I'm going to add the brownie mix to a 9 by 13 inch pan that's been lined with foil and sprayed with nonstick cooking spray, and bake it until they're nice and done. And then we're gonna start making our frosting. So I'm gonna place a medium saucepan over medium heat, and we're gonna start with butter. So go ahead and add your 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter and just let that melt. While that's melting, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream to a measuring cup, along with 2 tablespoons of sour cream. Now, there is no substitute for heavy whipping cream. You have to use that for this frosting to work. Add a teaspoon of vanilla and a 1/2 teaspoon of instant coffee granules. Now, those are optional. The frosting does not taste like coffee. It just accentuates the chocolate flavor. You can skip them if you don't do coffee. And then just whisk that together and set it aside until we're ready to use it. Once the butter's melted, you're going to add in 3/4 cup of granulated sugar and a 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, along with a pinch of salt. Just whisk that together in the pan over medium-low heat until it's nice and thick. It's gonna kind of clog up in your whisk, but go ahead and just whisk it together until it's all combined. And once that's combined, you're going to add that heavy whipping cream mixture into the pan. Go ahead and whisk it until it's nice and smooth. That's why I like using a whisk, to make sure that all of that chocolate mixture gets incorporated with all of the heavy whipping cream mixture. And then just whisk it until it's smooth, and you're gonna continue cooking it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Don't let it boil, but you wanna cook it until it thickens slightly, but don't let it boil. And then once it's done, you're just going to I switched to a spatula to help me get it off the sides and on the bottom, and then just pour it over the top of your cooled brownies in the pan. Now, the frosting doesn't solidify. It stays really kind of smooth and creamy. So these are not really stackable, but I call them fork brownies because they're so gooey and they're so fudgy that you almost need a fork to eat them so you don't get super messy on your fingers. You can see how fudgy that frosting is. It is so rich. And if you've added that coffee, it just accentuates that chocolate flavor. You are going to love these. Leave me a comment and let me know which brownie recipe you're gonna use, and keep watching for even more desserts.